Okay, so in this problem, we have a basketball player that's trying to jump up to get the tip off. So we want to know what velocity he's leaving the ground at to be able to get 1.25 meters up in the air to get the tip off. Okay, so we're given these things from the problem. We can also infer that we know that our final velocity, right, if we're looking at him jumping in the air, would be equal to 0 meters per second, because eventually it's going to run out of steam. So we're looking for the velocity he needs to use to be able to get this high. And then, so we have our V naught here, right? But, eventually he's going to run out of steam and come back down. So we're modeling our VF as 0 meters per second, okay, kind of at the top of his jump. And then we know that the height that he's going to travel is 1.25 meters, okay? So, so we're looking for V naught, and these are what we have for our parameters. So this is the equation I am going to choose to use for this one. So I have VF is equal to V naught squared plus 2A delta Y. So the delta Y in this case is equal to 1.25. I said delta H here just for change in height. Sorry. Just a little bit more of what I'm used to, but it's basically the same thing. So just a vertical displacement, okay? Vertical displacement. All right, so our final velocity, VF squared, I'm sorry, I forgot the squared sign, is equal to 0 squared plus V naught, equals V naught squared plus 2, and then we know our A is equal to negative G, right? Because we're dealing with gravity here. A times negative 9.81 meters per second squared. And then we're multiplying by delta Y, which is 1.25 meters. Okay, so in order to solve for V naught, we're going to end up with V naught squared is equal to the square root of 2 times 9.81 meters per second squared times 1.25 meters. All right. So I essentially, let me get on here. So essentially just moved V naught over here. So V naught squared, right? Negative V naught squared equals negative 2 times 9.81 meters per second squared times 1.25 meters, right? So then I distributed the negative, right? And then I divided the other side by, where I just took the square root of the other side. Okay, so in this case, our V naught is equal to 4.95 meters per second. All right, so what does that tell us? So this measurement that we have right here for the initial velocity is just how the jumping speed the player is going to need to be able to get high enough in the air. So the initial velocity that he'll need to get high enough in the air to be able to make the tip off. So Giannis, in this case, so long as he can jump off at that 4.5 meters per second, he's going to make that tip off. So, bucks and six.